Okay, so this is my first video going into philosophy, and uh, something that's super common in philosophy has to be morality, right? But that ties in a lot of stuff. Something big that always comes up in philosophy is religion, so I wanted to talk about that just to get it out of the way, and it's gonna hopefully not take too long. Who knows? I might go on a rant, but okay. So this video is on why I'm atheist. All right. So I usually go over different points about Christianity and why I don't believe in any gods, especially when it comes to Christian beliefs. Okay. So I'm gonna go through different points about it. And to start off, it's not really informative or anything, but kind of baffles me. So the first point I have to make is so it's just funny because it literally feels just like a story tale and people believe it. So you're telling me that you believe a guy can walk on water, make miracles randomly happen, and yeah, and be birthed even though his mom was a virgin? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds realistic, right? Yeah, I just want to say that out of the way. But that's not what made me right. That's not what made me atheist. Because I'd be 2 point blank. We can talk about okay. We can talk about like more of the background of Christianity, right? So first off, Christianity has been normalized into more of European Christian beliefs, which I hope you guys know. But Jesus was not white. He was not white. He did not have nice nice blonde hair. No, he's Middle Eastern. He's from he was born in pretty sure he was born in Nazareth, but he also lived in Jerusalem, which both of those are still in the Middle East. He would have been Middle Eastern, so he would definitely not be white and have nice Aryan blonde hair. So yeah, that's already a big fallacy. Second off, a lot of historians say that there's a lot of there's a lot of fallacies to how it was written. They said it's been known that the people who wrote the Bible weren't even eyewitnesses to Jesus, right? First off, his name's not even Jesus. Jesus was a name given to him afterwards in European beliefs. His real name would be something like Yoshima or something. Or some name that's Middle Eastern name that started with Y. His name wasn't even Jesus. That's funny. So eyewitnesses, yes. Okay, trying to think. Okay, I know what to talk about for the background stuff. So when it comes to Christianity, especially with the Bible, right? It's never been used very purely. Let me explain. Whenever it comes to religion, it's always been used for two things: comfort and power. The Bible has been used so many times. It's actually been mistranslated so many times. Like, for example, hell has never been mentioned in the Bible. It's never been mentioned in the Old Testament, but it was mistranslated, which led to that fallacy. I found that very interesting. Never knew that. Oh, and another thing about atheism, most atheists were Christian at some point, right? I grew up Baptist Christian. And of course, the older you get, you find more about yourself. You do more research and read. Please read. You learn more and you develop more of your identity. But let's go. Let's get back on point. I don't want to go on another spiel. So, when it comes to power, right? It's been mistranslated, but not only has it been mistranslated accidentally, also purposely. One of my favorite religious figures of all time, my most favorite religious figure of all time. P.S. It's not Jesus. It's Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther, like the priest. So He's really interesting because he went against the church because they were mistranslating things so it could fit their own norms. They reshaped the whole Bible. Isn't that crazy? So they reshaped it. They reshaped it into different ideologies that they wanted rather than what the original Bible was, so that different people couldn't read the same language as them could learn it from somebody else that mistranslated it to them, right? Which gave the church more power. Quote, there's a reason why in America church and state are separated. But but I thought the church knows the divine truth. Do they? It's every historical instance, it's always not been like that. It's always about them getting power and stuff. I still think we're kind of lenient with churches, right? They don't have to pay church. They don't have to pay any taxes, right? And it's funny because during that time period with Martin Luther, if you wanted your sins to be cleansed, guess what? You had to pay money. You had to pay money. So people have paid money for that. Okay. Another thing, it's quite funny. If you research the genre of the Bible, it is historical narrative. Yeah, historical narrative. That doesn't mean it's not true. That doesn't mean it's not false. Most of the time, historical narratives are false. Yeah, but guess what genre of book is quoted nonfiction? The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. Really good book. It's quoted as nonfiction. So going back, okay. So we're just talking about the past, right? Well, speaking of the Holy Bible, isn't even a religion. Isn't even original because it took the whole structure of it from Judaism and of course the Quran. So it's very very interesting. Take it a lot from we take it basically from both of those. So I can't think right now what to talk about. There's just like a whole lot I could talk about, but I only have like 4 minutes left on the recording. Well, it's really hard because I'm just so used to people asking me questions instead of just talking to myself about this kind of stuff. But oh right, this is a good one. Neil deGrasse Tyson really talked about it really well. So let's play the what if game. What if God did exist, right? Well, if God did exist, he would not be good. He would not be all good and all powerful. Right. Yeah. So we talked about disease. That's not good. He also creates a natural humanistic behavior and a natural evil in people. Right? But you're probably gonna say, "Oh, it's Satan." Satan cannot control people. He can only influence people by creating delusions and delusions, yada yada, different events and stuff to influence. He cannot directly influence people, but God can. Satan has only killed 6 people. God, God has killed over 2 million people. Well, all of this in the Bible, of course. So, who's really the bad guy? Trust me, who's really the bad guy? Thou shalt not kill. That's what he said. Well, he sure has killed a ton. So that's oh yeah, contradictions are so common in the Bible. It's not even funny. So all knowing, he sent people into villages to see if they have sinned. He's done that multiple times in the Bible. But I thought he's all knowing. Why would he have to do that? Because does he actually know? Does he? He doesn't. Right? So we already went over the fallacies with what Jesus would look like. The whole upcomings of the Bible, right? It's just a whole lot. It's just in a more philosophical way. I would say religion's more harmful than good, honestly. Fyodor Dostoevsky, who made Crime and Punishment, is an Orthodox Christian, but he's very interesting because when he says with his morals of religion. It really feels like he only cares about religious morals is because he just wants some sort of. You're right. He wants some guidance for people so they don't do bad for others, kind of like a guide, right? As an atheist, you don't need religion to create your morals. You can create your morals with how you want your outcome in life to be, how you want people to feel, right? It's how all of our minds work, right? We all do stuff for our own self fulfillment, but we can do for others if we're empathetic. It's a really good thing. It's a really big thing about religion is because of comfort, right? You gotta really. I don't know how people can't really wrap this around their head. These people were asking so many questions because they didn't know what to ask at the time. So, it, 1,000 people, you can ask 1,000 people, and none will give an answer. And they'll say, "I don't know."